T-Pain.
Got a fresh line up, yeah, fresh outfit. But I had a parking lot on smash. Plus I got a Chevy with a 454 in the hood. Got 125 on the dash.
I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far.
Cause it's just another day in the life of the boss.
Baby, we make magic. Come home with a thug, let's get cracking. Always well, baby, cause happen. She got the back seat, just a freak in the mood. Hopped in the tray, just to let the top back and thank God for the day. Who gives a what a hater gotta say? I made a couple $1 million last year. Still in the streets, strapped with them things. She in love with a G, so she tatted my name. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. 10 black made backs, back to back in the lane. I'ma make it rain, then I'ma make it back. You are just a lame little homie, that's a fact. Working with the police, acting like you know me. Fresh out of jail already in your
Got a fresh line up, yeah, fresh outfit. But I had a parking lot on smash. Plus I got a Chevy with a 454 in the hood. Got 125 on the dash.
I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far.
Cause it's just another day in the life of the boss.
T-Pain.
Boss, 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 boss. It's short straight digging me, and I ain't even rich. I know you always on the sideline, like ain't that a I'm on my job, and I ain't getting off, cause it's just another day in the life of the
I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. Got the biggest car, Spanish bars, no. Call that other lane for the walks in the parks. I ain't come to play games, I just wanna play my part. Tell your girlfriend to come talk with my dog. We straight G's and we came hit a ball. Bottle at the bottle, and I'm sure you count them all. Then we off to that Chevy and taking off. Baby, slow it down cause you're moving too fast. Yeah, too fine to be moving too fast. Back to the thuggin', now love it, baby, that's my whistle. Sack for the jeans, 5 bones for the 20 to 800 for the I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. You can tell by the stones that's standing by the car.
Got a fresh line up, yeah, fresh outfit. But I had a parking lot on smash. Plus I got a Chevy with a 454 in the hood. Got 125 on the dash.
I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far.
Cause it's just another day in the life of the boss. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far.
Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei que preciso sair pra me libertar. Seja com quem for, a minha vida cantar. Nunca no mesmo lugar, seja sozinha a dois. O resto eu vejo depois. Mas só em pensar que com a sua face, tudo que eu pedisse, só você que me desse. Aí pensando Deus se esse quarto falasse. Mas que pena, já era, já era, já era. Não deixe mais aquela tão bela e singela. E nem dá. Porque se eu ouço a voz dela é através de alô. Se passou pela favela é porque alguém me falou. Então já que me deixou por aqui, aprendi a viver um pouco sozinho. Mas o que eu posso fazer, fia, se eu gosto da boemia. Essa noite pra mim é dia, mas posso mudar. Mas como isso é questão de tempo, então isso nem tenho muito, nem curto. Fica de canto, eu prefiro suar. Quando eu me vi só nesse A minha vida é cantar, nunca no mesmo lugar. Seja sozinho a dois, o resto eu vejo depois. O resto eu vejo depois, talvez, pode ser que uma mina firmeza possa trombar no rolê. É isso, deixa comigo, é só seguir o sentido e despertar os picos floridos. Mas não, pera lá, deixa eu falar, né assim, para mim tem que ter valor. É só chegar e abusar, nem forjar, nem fingir, que nem dá pra sentir o amor. Uma fita, ela não confia mais em mim, acredita. No conto das minas que pra mim foi na zica. Tava tudo claro, mas a cena complica e a saudade fica. Então já era, já era, já era. Não deixe mais aquela tão bela e singela. E nem dá. Por quê? Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei que preciso sair pra me libertar. Seja com quem for, a minha vida é cantar, nunca no mesmo lugar. Seja sozinho a dois, o resto eu vejo depois.
Jump from SoCal, Hollywood to the slums. Get burnt by the California sun on the west side. East Coast, where you at? Just got to New York like a net on a jet to London. To Brazil, to Quebec, like the whole world took effect to Ferg. Tell them, lay back, slow down. Better represent when we come to your town. So lay back, slow down. What you represent when we come to your town? Say, get in with the business, I'ma be there in a minute. I just booked a Paris ticket, thinking Russia need a visit. I'ma run it to the limit, and me on my way to Venice. LA got the people saying, Brooklyn saying, Hacienda saying, Vegas saying, Rio saying, Tokyo saying, down under saying, Miami saying, Jamaica. Every city, every state, every country you know, all around the globe. Every city, every state, every country you know, this is how it goes. Tell them where I'm at, from the plaque to the everything fat, got muzzled on a track, my girls all stacked. When I roll down the window, let me know where you at. Atlanta, North, South, Kekalak, Texas, Grill, Cadillacs, through Miami, then back to London, Jamaica, then France, the whole world took effect to fart. Tell them, lay back, slow down, better represent when we come to your town. So lay back, slow down, what you represent when we come to your town. Say, get in with the business when I come from Kansas City. Hit Manila till it's Christmas out to India. Visit Puerto Rico, is this wizard? Bring my people back to Venice. LA got the people saying, Moscow saying, España, Kingston saying, San Diego saying, Chi-Town saying, Germany saying, La Puente saying, Ibiza. Every city, every state, every country you know, all around the globe. Every city, every state, every
Yo, do the knowledge to the master build. I'm a biff, gotta watch what I say to you, so I code my station, cause they really passed the statute of limitations. The streets still hollering about how strong I am. I heard still holler about how wrong I am. As a little had me amazed how my steady hand kept it afloat. Let it sit, cool it hard, and hit the set, cool it heartless in front of the store projects. Long as I made a profit, I see you eyeing me. Your fire escape diary, filled with pages of episodes of shy and me. Non-believer, my hammer for hire. So close that your coat will catch fire. Dog, the stakes are dire. I'm no liar. Hold a court in the street, B, cause I got prize.
Same team, no game. Keep chicks that rather rock so trade. The corners got no shame. Trying to build these figures. Headquarters left, he ain't gone, he's still with us. Not in the physical.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
That's right, it's here, the official start of the new NBA season. I'm Ernie Johnson, excited to be here once again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith for another go-around. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Phoenix Suns as they go up against the Dallas Mavericks. Well, for the Mavericks, they struggled in this matchup last season. Only one win for them through 4 games. They'd like to make a statement tonight. And another NBA season about to start. Shaq, we've talked about it. You can feel, I don't know, an air of excitement that's a little different than in years past.
There's a number of talented teams all wanting that ring. I've said this before. Kenny has said it many times. It could be one of the best seasons we've seen in a while, including what Golden State did last year in winning the ring.
Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. This Arizona crowd ready to roar in this Western Conference matchup for the Phoenix Suns. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first game of the NBA's regular season. Last season, they had the upper hand in the series, going 3-1 against these guys.
And they were able to take the season series in that matchup last year. But overall, two teams that were very similar in the standings.
Yeah, they were able to make the plays to come out on top, but it really could have gone either way, and you could say the same for tonight's game.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Matthews out there with Williams, and it's Pachulia in at the center position.
In an area where Dallas struggled last season was defending the three-pointer. A lot of their losses came against teams that just took them apart from beyond the arc.
Phoenix shooting their... Their first foul shot of the night. Dallas struggled to defend the three last year, as you said. Bottom 5 in the NBA in three-point percentage against. And the team shot just over Clark 36% against them from three.
And to compound that particular issue is that they allow teams to take a bunch of threes against them. I mean, it's something they've really got to shore up going into next season.
And right out of the gates, they are locked and loaded. 3 straight scores early.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something. You're right.
Not looking good for them so far. 4 straight misses to start the game.
Here's Bolar. And stolen by Nowitzki. Parsons attacking. They can't stop the run with that one.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters. But if they even approximate that, watch out.
And now that the seal is broken, maybe their shooting will start to improve.
Yeah, I don't think they really wanted to have as cold a start as they did. But maybe that'll break the ice and they'll move forward in fine fashion from here.
And he gets it to go. He's got 10.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Now here's Williams. They set the pick. Nowitzki with the screen on Turkoglu. Matthews dishes to Nowitzki. Connects from three-point range.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it played.
Every single guy on their team with the absolute Midas magic touch, shooting the lights out here.
And Dallas again with the bucket.
Nowitzki is so smooth. Terrific shot maker.
Suns leading by 7.
You know, in Dirk Nowitzki, you start to wonder if he's the best foreign-born player ever. Of course, you have a lot of competition for that distinction. I mean, you got Hakeem, Nash, Parker, just to name a few.
Now here's Williams. Here's Parsons. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
And stolen by Nowitzki. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They sure have been. I mean, really looking good and sharp offensively.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
And Phoenix has possession after the miss from Darren Williams. Here's Bolar, and he goes in for the dunk.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Here's Bolar following the score by Dallas. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. He's got 17.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Charlie Villanueva's checked in for Pachulia. Anderson comes in for Parsons. Devin Harris is checked in for Wesley Matthews. And Barea subbed in for Williams. Now here is Harris. He feeds it to Villanueva. A baseline J. Villar with the rebound. Suns leading by 8. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
A great point. Really an embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy.
Phoenix looked to be on the verge of making it back into the playoffs last season. Ultimately, though, Greg, they faltered in the second half of the year.
Yeah, it was a 3-team race, and after... In 14, the Suns had the edge early. As you said, Kevin, they simply couldn't keep things going in the second half of the season.
We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter. So it's Phoenix now. Bosch passes to Villar. It's stolen by Harris. Anderson with the ball. Odin picks him up. And Nowitzki wide open. He fires. And good coming on the assist from Devin Harris.
You know, guys, the Suns went from the 8th seed to finishing 10th in the West. I mean, it would have been a tough task for them to stay in the race, particularly after all the trades. I mean, their team was in transition.
Barea kicks to Harris. Passes it to Villanueva. Back to Harris. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Harris has got his first 2 points of the night.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality. That they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose, the D hasn't been able to keep up.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
It's stolen by Turkoglu. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
We've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips, but those turnovers could have been avoided. Careless mistakes.
Absolutely. They have got to get a tighter handle on the ball.
Now here's Barea, guarded by Kerr. 4 seconds left. Here's Villanueva. Off the left rim and out. And now a chance to hear from Chris. Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player, the fulfillment of a lifelong dream.
I was obsessed with the NBA as a kid, and just like...
What a great cut from Chris Bosh. That's the kind of guy you can't help, Greg, but love for his attitude and ability to be, you know, in touch with that kid he once was. I know you played the same way. Chris Bosh is living the dream like you did and loving.
That's a great point, Kevin. And I think most of the guys in the league feel that same way. I mean, they may not be able to say it or articulate it as smoothly as Chris does,
sure,
but inside every NBA player is a kid who's still thrilled to wear the uniform and play the game they love.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Mavericks.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They've also gotten into a nice rhythm from the three-point line early on tonight.
On the floor for Dallas, J.J. Barea is out there with Matthews. Then there's Pachulia. Then there's Charlie Villanueva. And it's Parsons in at the small forward position.
And on the bench for the Suns is Jeff Hornacek, probably one of the tougher coaches in the league. He'll bend your ear if you make mental error.
Here's Bolar again. Phoenix.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Steph Curry. Great showing for him last season. First in free throw percentage. Third in three-point field goal percentage. And he was also one of the league's most aggressive ball-hawking defenders, finishing top 5 in steals.
And, you know, as you said, Greg, fantastic at the free throw line last year. That's a tremendous asset for any team.
Deron Williams is checked in for Dallas. Pachulia, no luck. Phoenix leading by 10. From deep three-point range. Pass to Bolar over Pachulia, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Just some amazing stats put up by Chris Bosh early in his career. But having been in the shadow of LeBron and D-Wade over the past few seasons, one wonders if Bosh is now a little bit underrated. He's talented and gives you everything you want from the power forward spot. We've seen a lot of silly plays like that out of them today. Just way too many.
Here's Bolar. Buries it from three-point range. He's got 34.
It's first triple of the second quarter, third of the game. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Another three for Phoenix. Well, getting back to Chris Bosh, it's always difficult to reshape your game around a superstar teammate. I mean, just ask Kevin Love last year.
You know, it's such a good point. When you think about Bosh, you know, he isn't the kind of guy who demands special attention. You know, he's not mugging for the press. He's not out there for himself. He just really lets his play speak for itself. And you won't find many bigs who are as versatile as he is. And much underrated, I think, as a pick-and-roll defender.
So it's the Mavericks now, after the Suns pick up 2. Barea kicks to Williams. Barea with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Williams, a screen on Curry. Shot clock at 5. They need this. Matthews. Shot is no good. The Suns go the other way with it. Here's Bolar. Another three for Phoenix.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Dallas calls timeout.
You know, you look at Dallas, and that team didn't rely too much on the mid-range or the short game last season, but they could have. They shot 70% from 12 feet and in, excluding drives. That's pretty good.
Matthews goes in. Oh, that's blocked. Pachulia kicks to Matthews. Fires for three. It's hauled in by the Suns. For the Mavs, and that 70% shooting from 12 feet and in. A lot of dirt, high posts, and push shots from their guards will do that.
It isn't the most efficient shot by analytics, but there is a lot to be had in the mid-range. If teams only protect the three and the rim, you can feast on them with the little short push shots, and the Mavs did that last season.
An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it.
Sheer, unadulterated power right there. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely. A resounding dunk.
Just the take-no-chance slam by the big fella.
Here's Villar. What an incredible scoring display he has put on tonight.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket. You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Now here's Pachulia. Wow, way off on that one. Here's Villar, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Matthews goes in. Nice D from Bosch.
Oh, he has just struggled here offensively in the quarter.
Villar, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
He's doing it all for them right now on the offensive side. No matter what the defense has done, they haven't been able to find an answer to stop him, and he's had an answer for every defense he's seen.
Now here's Matthews. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Parsons on the wing, and he's way off from outside.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
He's having one of the best shooting days that I can remember from outside. He's on pace for some kind of record.
Here's Pachulia. Dallas, no good that time either. Villar, another three for Phoenix.
And don't be surprised if we see a lot more of that to come. I mean, when he gets going like this, it is not.
So as we conclude the first half,
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal. Phoenix had no problems getting going. A smoldering performance for them early as they shut down. All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the second half of our game. Kevin Harlan ready with the call.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. We've got Oden. Curry is out there with Turkoglu. Then there's Chris Bosh, and it's Villar in at the 5. And that misses everything.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Cannot hit. Well, for Darren Williams, the injury-riddled campaigns just keep piling up.
Yeah, it's almost difficult to watch considering how good he was when he was healthy. I mean, you're talking about one of the most explosive players in the game over the last decade at the point guard spot. But the injuries, hard to overcome.
Villar with the bucket.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
From deep. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki.
That's one for their first 4 to start the second half.
Williams dishes to Nowitzki. It's blocked. They retain possession. For Phoenix, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. From deep three-point range, Dirk Nowitzki with the rebound.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter. Offensively, the struggles continue. 0 for 5 to start the half.
Villar with the bucket.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Parsons. And you talk about huge single-game scoring performances like we're watching here tonight. Going back, only one player, think of this, only one player in NBA history to go triple digits. And that's the Big Dipper, Wilt Chamberlain, on March 2nd, 1962.
Truly an iconic record. I mean, 100 points. I mean, it's hard to wrap your mind around, but Wilt was a man among boys, a player who changed the way an entire sport was played. Truly a revolutionary.
And it's blocked, and they get it back. The Suns have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Here's Bolar using his post move to get the 2 points.
The heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession. What a year for the Suns in terms of transactions. Started the season with Dragic and Thomas on the roster and moved them both, Clark, at the deadline.
And, you know, most folks saw the Dragic trade coming after his disagreements with the team. The Thomas trade was a bit of a surprise, though.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
And as you said, the Suns made a flurry of deals at the deadline. You knew they would move one guard, but ended up moving 2. Brought back 1 as well.
Here's Villanueva. Can't hit from in close.
And, you know, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. I mean, right now they're on the wrong side of a big run.
Alex Lenz checked in for Phoenix. The Mavericks also with a sub. J.J. Barea's checked in for Darren Williams. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession.
When the Suns made kind of figured there would be some adjustment, and they did fall off a bit. Still, they felt what they had wasn't quite good enough going forward, so they got a jump on rebuilding last year.
It's stolen by Barea. Looking to end the drought. Offensive rebound. The Suns have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Curry can't. Can't get it to go.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, he's speaking from experience. We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep.
Bolar with the bucket.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Dallas has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Nowitzki sets a screen for Harris. Here's Nowitzki, and the shot no good, a bit short.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
From deep, but they recover it. Bolar, the long distance 3 is buried.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today.
Yeah, the defense struggling to take that away from them.
Curry brings the double. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. And now it's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best fast break teams from a season ago. The Suns third, 5th the Mavericks.
It's all about the fast break with these two groups. I mean, they were terrific a season ago, playing at a breakneck pace.
Dallas shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Harris with it. Oden picks him up. Harris passes to Villanueva to halt the run. And that misses badly. Air ball.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
Pass to Bolar. The tray, good, and it's Bosch picking up the assist.
Wow. What can you say?
So it's the Mavericks now. Nothing yet for them in the third quarter. Barea kicks to Anderson. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Ball's knocked loose. Matthews with the steal. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Matthews.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Just 4 seconds left here in the third quarter. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Well, Phoenix shooting the ball with incredible accuracy. 68% so far. On the floor for Dallas. They've got Felton. Chandler Parsons out there with Powell. Then it's Matthews.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Here's Ballard. Kicks it out to Turkoglu. And there's the pass to Ballard. Here's the three, and that one's good.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And, Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as continue to take them.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Suns.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Powell. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. The Suns have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Ballard with the bucket.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc.
And stolen by Felton. Offensive rebound. The shot by Powell, no good. Phoenix has gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. And that one's good.
You have got to make some kind of a defensive adjustment here. He is just lighting them up from beyond.
Greg, I don't know what else they can do. I mean, even when they've closed out on them, he's still been knocking them down. Great outside shooting fueling this run.
Then the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down the least bit.
Felton attacking. Got a hand on it. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Ballard. Again, Phoenix. Now Felton. Outside Matthews. Up off the screen, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
Almost a backboard breaker.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Right wing. Felton against Curry. Floats one. Felton can't get it to go.
And, you know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Oh, he launched that one from way outside.
There's been a huge discrepancy between these teams and their effectiveness from the three-point line.
It has been pronounced, no doubt about it. Definitely a big factor to this point in the game.
Parsons attacking, and it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ballard with the bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Charlie Villanueva's checked in for Powell. Anderson comes in for Parsons. Deron Williams is checked in for Wesley Matthews. And Harris subbed in for Raymond Felton. Here's Billar. Misses the three.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Devin Harris. Dallas has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Suns.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Greg, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
In the corner, it's Turkoglu. Pass to Billar. Fades. Basket is good. The assist from Turkoglu.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown. Finishing strong. Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Williams. It's stolen by Turkoglu. Off target with that shot. And so it...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now an absolutely astounding and historic night for him here in this game. He was simply unstoppable in what can only be described as a masterful performance. Kenny, what did you think?
In terms of three-point shooting, this could be framed as a historic performance. Hitting that many.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just...
들던 그때보다 조금은 잃었어 우리는 바보처럼 몸으로 부딪히면서 배웠어 넘어질 때마다 일었어 다시 고쳤었지 이력서 눈부신 성공의 신바람 잠시나마 불어봤던 휘파람 한 곡도 책은 나기 전에 그림자처럼 날 따라온 비바람 시기 질투 기대 압박을 못 이긴 몇 번의 실축 자만 나탐 속에 던졌던 말로 홈런을 맞는 실투 다 끝 난가 같았지만 우리 앞길을 막지 말라고 외치며 마음을 다잡고 내 했었지 진짜 한치 앞도 안 보이는 가시밭길에서도 절대 유턴 없이 절반한 의리로 의지하면서 둘이 딱 붙어갔지 비극 지극 기가 아프지만 지나고 보면 웃음 나오는 희극 그래서 우린 지금을 참고 살아 난 미쳤다 생각하면서 keep dreaming 희망이란 끈 잡고 살아
이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈 넘고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind
이 도시에서 멍 때리는 것조차도 사치 버릇처럼 내가 나를 착취해 경추 쪽은 딱딱해지고 의식에 붙은 각질 모두 위맑은 땀 대신 날 적시는 건 진땀이네 잠든 시간에도 문제들이 쌓여 눈 뜨자마자 결정해도 아직 익숙치 않은 타협 시간을 돈만 위해 식재료 썰듯 안 하면 하루는 순서가 뒤섞인 음식처럼 망가져 지쳐도 경계하네 공허와 허무 불안감 속에서 상기하네 15년 전 빈 털터리의 여유 억울해도 납득돼 35년간의 필름이 어쩌면 수치 맞은 삶 건축된 우리의 이름이 길르니 어두워지지 않게 서로를 비판하고 세상을 보는 시선 삐딱하게 얼굴에 피어난 주름은 당연해 마치 아파친 너 페이스 평가는 다 끝난 다음에 핵인 인생의 레이스
이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈 넘고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind
뭐 사실 조금 때 같아 군내 같아 부다니는 건 달라지고 빨라졌지만 결국 가는 데 같아 질리게 겪어도 사랑 때문에 애 같아 이럴 때 보면 나도 아직
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey there, and thank you for joining us on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. This NBA season didn't take long to get interesting, but these two gentlemen have always captured our interest. Say hello to Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Hello, Kenny.
Hey, how are you?
Hello, Shaq. And coming right up, we'll see this home squad playing against the Portland Trail Blazers. Checking out the Trail Blazers, coming off a loss in the first game of the season, they'll no doubt be anxious to put tonight's contest in the win column and avoid an 0-2 start. Well, last season, Portland had one of the most explosive offenses.
It's Friday night, and live on 2K Sports, we're going to bring you the NBA in all its excitement. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. For the Portland Trail Blazers, they come in off a loss to the New Orleans Pelicans.
You know what? That's a game where the coach might just want to burn the video because there's no question they're a better team than what we saw, but they got crushed on that night.
And I'm still trying to figure out what happened to Greg, quite honestly. I mean, no matter how it looks on paper, you still got to show up and play and compete. And it looked like they were not interested in being there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the floor for Portland, Chris came in out there with Davis. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Henderson. And it's Aminu in at the 3 spot. Here's Bolar. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
And for the past few seasons, Portland's bench has really been their Achilles heel. I mean, last year they showed some improvement. The reserves play stole the game for them on more than one occasion, but still wouldn't be considered a strength.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. That's good.
Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
I'd send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Terry Stotts. DB?
One player that he's talked to his guys a lot about is Stephen Curry. He said Curry's one of the premier shooters in the game, and he's got that quick trigger. We really have to be tight to him, get physical, and try to get him on his heels as much as possible. Guys, Curry is an excellent free throw shooter. We'll see if they can do that without fouling him.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. And now it's a double-digit lead. He's got 10.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Here's Kamen, and nothing is falling for him right now. For Seattle, they've gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Villar's shot is off.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
Lillard with it, and Curry picks him up defensively, and it's Lillard again missing. Seattle has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Villar with the bucket.
Defense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Henderson, no good.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
That's good. He's got 14.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily.
Another one. DJ Khaled.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Are you ready to rise to the challenge here on the Rising Stars Challenge? Then come to 2K Sports. On behalf of the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith, I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, we'll be watching the Stars playing against the Elites. They're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that.
I like that.
Here we are. Yeah. Get ready for the Rising Stars.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us for the NBA Rising Stars Challenge. Get ready for some thrilling end-to-end action as the best first and second-year players in the NBA do battle on the hardwood. Alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan.
And Kevin, you talked about some thrills.
wanna get rich. You don't really want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. Nah, you don't really want it. Now you don't want that late night gas with no brake light, crash in the daylight. I see it in your face. You don't want that blood, sweat, tears in a bunk bed. Peers know they upset that Lambo in your gate. Nah, you can't take a loss like that. Off that. Wasn't really forced to shop at Ross like that. Don't know how I feel to can't afford like that. Off deck. Right back, had to get it out the mud. We took it. Now they tell me do it for the love. Gotta do it just because. Got this ballin' in my blood. Think I came this far to shoot dub. I don't think you trying to get rich. You don't want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. You don't want it. I don't think you want. Now you ain't got what it take to do it like me. Get your head up in the game or you can sightsee. Waiting for a handout, this ain't that right league. Spend so much time out here ballin', it's my wifey. These are what I live, I breathe, I sleep, my dreams are lavish. Went from check to check to check the balance. I press, I bet you flop, you all theatric. I'm mostly savage, gambling, take advantage. I'm here to ball while you call off work. When that top jump back, what I call off vert. Before I hit my context, check my call off first. See if I can make a play to get it all off merge. Woo! Let an animal loose. My separation off finesse, I'm just preparing to shoot. Or I can put you on some skates, breaking ankles and news, saying this is what they pay me to do. I don't think you're trying to get rich. You don't want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. You don't want it. I don't think you want. Get rich. I don't think you want. Get rich.
Brooklyn, we go hard. We on the look for the advantage. We work hard, and if we seem to rock it up a bit, we broke, but we rich at heart. Pull ourselves up, now we won't joke. It's our time for the lights on us. What time does it make me sick? Do your heart and run away with it. Smile in your face and I'm on your back. God for the strength they lack. So if you know another way, you can look the other way. You know another way. Tell them so right to their face. I pay for what's wrong. Eccentricity in my wish to evolve. I hear them all say that I got hot, but not everything that it takes. Take my mind, but not my soul. Tell you I got fire, I won't sell it for no payroll. Let them hold me down. I know if I know another way, I can look the other way. I know another way. Tell them so right to their face.
Entirely all together, I want everything. Feel till it feels like hot gossip and mandarin. Copy ball folks waiting on the chick to with your hands out. I gotta laugh at you and call it luck because it wasn't due to you. Don't mean I ain't paying dues. You stupid. I'm on my mind for reaching things that you can't. Just know I'm doing something you ain't. Simple and plain.
life, no American Idol, but I get by. Wish I could tour with fifth wheel bus. Back to the real world, time to wake up, film antifreeze. The man with Big Brother's bad to me. I got a blind date with destiny. I'm Mexican with an amazing race I get to be. Must stay out wickedly perfect. You're not a factor, making me nervous. I'm a survivor, collapsed on a planet deserted. That's the word, like a $10,000 pyramid scheme. Changing the face of the game like the Swarm medical team. Lead Cooper's a league of supreme. Rest your luck with sleep, go home, the biggest loser, huh? I'll have the last lap at the last comic standing. Making the band play as you walk up stage empty-handed. And I'm taking home America's next top model. Back to the bachelor pad, show us some. Newspaper boy, dog, fetch me my slippers. Feed me, do the dishes if you need me. Everybody's so emo, everyone expects emotion. Well, I'm holding on to long-term solution to that notion that everything must go, be shown off, be bad, be thrown into the lions as if the crowd cared. Some are born like us, most are born like them. Some will live to the fullest, some will die in the system. Just trying to live them out, see I admire the missing, acquire the license to listen with the fire to. So where's my welfare? Where's my healthcare? Where's my sandwich? There's my sandwich. So spin knockers spinning. Old white men grinning. Power to devour can do its bidding. Can you think of a single thing you've done that's meant anything, anything at all? I know I'll probably take the fall. I was going in circles till I hit the wall. Can you think of a single thing you've done that's meant anything, anything at all? I know I'll probably take the fall. I was going in circles till I hit the wall. I'm absolutely sure one day I'll settle down, find a special spot, a best gallons of milk. I've got trees growing, got a flower garden going, couple herbs for the cooking, couple more for the. Got a hammock for the swinging, fresh tomatoes for the salad. It'll compliment the burgers, straight cooking on the grill. Still a myself so stupid I can't walk home alone. Need a shoulder to lean on, I mean a coat. Music's my meal ticket. If I could keep living on, to get times ticking like waiting in line, and you don't get in. No weights and no hole, and the weight of the game is breaking your soul. Keep changing your game, playing the role. Keep telling my family short like Tolkien readers. Let it linger hard to pick up teeth with broken fingers, and I humble myself till I was hollow inside. But no more, I get the zipper, you can swallow my pride.
during the few moments that we have left, we want to talk right down to earth in a language that everybody here can easily understand.
Look in my eyes, what do you see? The cult of personality. I know you're
let's get it all in perspective. For all y'all enjoyment, a song y'all can step with. Y'all appointed me to bring rap justice, but I ain't 5-0, y'all know it's Nas, yo. Then a whole lot of only describe us as soldier survivors. Stay laced in the best, well dressed with finesse in the white tee, looking for wifey. Thug girl who fly and talk so nicely. Put her in the coupe so she can feel the nice breeze. We could drive through the city, no doubt, but don't say my car. Say the is out. Newness, here's the anthem. Put your hand up that you with, count your loot with. Push the pool stick in your new crib, same hand that you hoop with. Swing around like you stupid. King of the town, yeah, I've been that. You know I click clack, where you and your men's at. Through the Smurf, through the Wop baseball bat. Rooftop like we bringing 88. Made you look. You a slave to a page in my rhyme book. Getting big money, playboy, your time's up. With them gangsters, with them. Made you look. You a slave to a page in my rhyme book. Getting big money, playboy, your time's up. Where them gangsters at? With them. This ain't rapping, this is street hop. Now get up off your like your seat's hot. My life lit up. Trunk of the car, we got the street. Don't start none, won't be none. No reason for your mans to panic. You don't wanna see no ambulances. Knock drink down in this cup. That's the way you get Timberland up. Let the music diffuse all attention. Ball or convention, free admission. Can move swift. All my just coming homies. Get money, leave the beef alone slowly. Get out my face, you people so phony. Pull out my waist and made you look. You a slave to a page in my rhyme book. Getting big money, playboy, your time's up. With them gangsters, with them. Made you look. You a slave to a page in my rhyme book. Getting big money, playboy, your time's up. Where them gangsters at? Where them at? Running, yo, my mood is real rude. Show you what do. Don't box my obliges. Every invitation to fight you. Like Pun said, you ain't even in me class. Made batch bins, backseat, TV plasma. Ladies looking for athletes or rappers. Whatever you choose, whatever you do, make sure he a thug and intelligent too. Like a real thoroughbred is. Show me love, let me feel. Females who's the is always. And I like a little sassiness, a lot of class. Mommy reaching your bag, past the. I'm a leader at last. This a don you with my spit, lose consciousness.
problem.
Like we always do it this time. Cold blowing your mind. Hey dummy, this no accident. All of this was designed. Took my time. Crack from behind, and I opened up your blinds. Rise and shine. Cold world. Same used to drive around with your girl. In my mama's Civic, now I'm out here trying to get it. I ain't like you. Boy, I spit it how I live it. So when you see me in the streets, man, I ain't got a mimic. Cause I ain't got an image to uphold. This real. I ain't got a gimmick, I just floated. The boy that set fire to the booth. In a gang full of liars, it turns out that I'm the truth. Some say that rap's alive, it turns out that I'm the proof. Cause the ones y'all thought would save the day can't even tie my boots. The ones y'all thought can hang with me can't even. Let these words be my. I don't rhyme my. Before I wake, I pray to the Lord. My soul to take, my soul to take, my soul to take. My soul to take. Lord, I've been dreaming about the paper. Get rich before I see my life taper. Hope my mama get to see Jamaica before she meet her maker. I hoop but never good enough to ever be a Laker. But these words I recall got me ballin'. Jordan, more than a rapper, this a natural disaster. Boy, I'm meaner than Katrina mixed with Gina. Shut up, Cole. This is for back home, homes. What up, Bo? This is for them that played me. What up? Nah, I ain't mad, it's sad. You went from bad to real bad. For I wait, I pray to the Lord, my soul to take.